Damn it, it's bye week.
Yeah, just a wake up call. Ain't no walking out, you better wake up, dog. Yeah, just a wake up call. Every other day I'm getting kicked back.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your man Clubboy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Call. Normally, I wait until the end of the day to do my videos of the next day, but of course, the Packers just chose to have their bye week very early, which sucks. But it's good, because it's very beneficial to the players that are injured. Of course, since week 1, we've been without Kenny Clark. We've been holding him off. He's been out the last 3 weeks with the groin injury. Christian Kirksey, we're without him for a while. We're without Lazard for a while. Adam should be back. But we're just going to kind of have to deal with everything going on. But anyways, I figured I'd just make a video giving my updates on where I see the Packers and how they stand with other teams and what I think will happen the rest of the way. Also, I'll probably talk a little bit about our division rivals, and yeah, I mean, these were a lot of comments my friends made on what I should talk about, because I didn't want to sit there and not make a video, because it would have been stupid, and I had nothing really better to do, because I finished all my homework this week, so I figured I'd just make it. So anyways, we had ourselves some good games. Of course, COVID is really making it hard, because one game's already been pushed to next week. One game's on Tuesday. It's very interesting of what's going to happen. So far, nothing as bad has happened to Green Bay COVID-wise. Obviously, they know how bad Wisconsin is, so I'm pretty sure they're probably taking it really serious. So, and especially Green Bay. It's probably one of the worst epicenters right now. So it's funny how there's no cases in the establishment. But it's probably because they're taking shit serious. Anyways, I'm sorry for my language. I'm gonna just start off today talking about the Bears versus the Bucks game, because first off, the Bears are our rivals and we play the Bucks next week. The Bears actually won, which I'm very pissed off about. So I don't know if I can say this loud and proud, or if I should be a little bit concerned, but I think Nick Foles to the Bears might have been the right move. Because I'm not going to say that the Bears are an outstanding team. They kind of, I think, they do remind me of our team from last year. They're going to be a good team, but when they come against good talent, they can't produce. Obviously, you saw that against Indianapolis. They looked terrible. And then against really crappy teams with crappy defenses, they look really good. Even though Tampa's defense is, I'd say, pretty good on a standard, secondary really isn't. But Foles had some great throws, and Montgomery had a great game, and Tom Brady doesn't know what a fourth down is, and a lot of other things. So that's a good reason why Tampa lost. So anyways, going into next week, because the Bears won, I'm actually not that nervous of going in there. Now, I know Matt Ryan and Tom Brady are completely different quarterbacks, because Ryan likes to take a lot of deeper shots and Brady likes to go with the short pass routes, just like Breeze does. But, Rodgers has proven himself worthy. And I think if the Packers, get this win next weekend, I'm going to feel really confident. Now, hopefully we get Kenny Clark back because we're missing so many people on our defense right now. I mean, everyone's getting banged up right now. Linebackers or safeties or everyone is just, it's not really fun. Kevin King, Darnell Savage kind of got banged up last week. Reese Barnes got banged up last week. I mean, obviously, we had no receivers last week and we were still able to win because of, obviously, Robert Tonyan, but Tonyan is going to really develop into a star. I've said that too many times, but that's pretty much true. Devontae Adams will likely, I think he'll be back. But another issue that I've kind of realized is, everyone talks about how much of a star Devontae Adams is, but he's very injury prone. And a lot of people I don't think realize that. There's been numerous times where he's been injured. Obviously, in 2015, he obviously had the issues with the ankle or something that he sprained twice or something. And that's why he played like crap that whole year and then did fine. And then he had that injury at the very end of that year. At the end of 2018 season, he had an injury that kept him off. We've seen so many injuries by him. Obviously, last year, the turf toe. But the thing is, I think he's got to stop being injured. No offense to that, but he's very injury prone, and he's got to be more safer. He's got to not overdo it at times. Obviously, we don't really have a number 2 because Lazard's going to be out for still probably a couple more weeks. I heard his healing process is actually going a lot better than I thought. But having him back will be obviously great. We'll be at full strength pretty soon by the end of the year, the end of the season. But I'm not really scared of anything going into that. So regardless, I think next week if we play like ourselves, we should beat Tom Brady in Tampa. Nothing as bad as that. But regardless, after that, we still got a couple more games because after that we play Houston. Now, I know Houston's 0-4, probably be 1-4. They should beat Jacksonville today, but or 2-4. I don't know where they play, but Houston is struggling, but they're still a good team because of Deshaun Watson. You don't want to count them out. I think, but obviously with how bad they're playing, I think Rodgers should just torch their defense. Last time he was in Houston, he threw 6 touchdowns. That was 8 years ago, but who knows things. And we had Jordy Nelson and James Jones, and Randall Cobb, so yeah, things change. But anyways, I'm really kind of looking forward to tonight's matchup. That's going to be Seattle and Minnesota. Obviously, I expect Seattle to win this game. Minnesota fans, but obviously I was told by so many people, because I go to Eau Claire, so I'm only an hour and a half away from the Twin Cities. I'm pretty close. It's a really close drive. But I feel bad because Minnesota fans, were expecting a really great season, but so far Kirk Cousins really hasn't proven himself that much. He has played better in these last 2 games, and Dalvin Cook has went off. But Minnesota wants to win games. They had to really go off. Obviously, Russell Wilson is going to go off because Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson, and you can't stop Russell Wilson because he's having the year of his life. And he has an offense. And the thing is, obviously Seattle's weakness is the defense. Obviously, a lot of the games they've allowed a lot of points. But I think, obviously, Minnesota's secondary is really weak, which, honestly, Wilson can just juke down and find Metcalf and Lockett and Disley and all those guys. So I definitely think I'm definitely going to go with Seattle getting this win. Minnesota's going to go 1-4, and they're going to be on a panic. So, honestly, it sucks because Packers, after they play Houston, they do play Minnesota again. It's at home, but obviously it's going to be tough because Minnesota's going to try to do whatever they can to win, so it's going to even be a tougher situation than the first time we played them. So, yeah, so that's that. So obviously another thing I can say is I could talk about Aaron Rodgers just to finish up here. He's having the season of his life, and in my opinion, Russell Wilson's not the MVP, and he is. That's all I gotta say. If you're playing the way you are, you don't even have a turnover yet. You're playing with these young receivers that don't have any experience. And last week you were without your top two receivers, and you posted a 147 quarterback rating. I know it's against Atlanta, but still with a bunch of scrubs, proves how good Rodgers is. Remember, we almost beat Arizona in the playoffs with Jared Abadaris and Jeff Janis. I think a lot of people have forgotten about that. So yeah, regardless, I'm very excited to see where things go from here. Yeah, so I don't want to keep it on hold forever, but anyways, Packers fans, enjoy this day off. Enjoy some football. Watch some football. Obviously, hopefully we get some good games. Hopefully your fantasy team wins. Hopefully things will work out. Mine will probably both lose this week, but it's whatever. But anyways, most important thing right now is to stay safe. Second wave, the corona will probably be sometime soon, so best thing you can do is be safe and be smart. Anyways, this is Clubboy Bills. Obviously, I'll see you next week as we actually hopefully get a win against Tom Brady, and that will be great. But regardless, let's just hope for football and hope the season doesn't get canceled, which I really hope does not happen. Anyways, take care. Love y'all. Peace.